Welcome to Lessons and Blessings. I am Amber of Amber and Amethyst, and today I am doing a review of an oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue called Life Purpose. I use this deck a lot for readings in my own business. A lot of people want to know, what is my purpose in life? What should I be doing? I feel lost. Give me a sense of direction. And this set of oracle cards is perfect for giving people a direction to go from the point that they are now, and kind of helps answer and validate a lot of questions that people have. This is not a traditional tarot deck, so there's no major or minor arcana. There's no the Hierophant card, the Fool card, no Six of Swords, nothing like that. All of the cards that you're going to find in this oracle deck are going to be very specific. One being career change is an example of a card, sensitivity, body work is another great card that may show people into doing Reiki or massage or things like that. But again, very specific cards to the questions that people want to know about their life purpose. So generally people, like I said, will use this deck when they need a sense of direction. And it gives a lot better answer than traditional tarot does, because mostly tarot cards just say you need to make a change, or this is a bad time to act, you need to sit back and wait, but it doesn't say things like you need to go into the arts, or you need to start painting or writing again to feel whole. It doesn't give the specifics that an oracle card deck does. So the deck itself comes with 44 cards. They're very beautiful. I really like the edges of these. They're kind of trimmed in that gold, which mine are in a little rough shape because I do a couple readings a week with these. I use these very often for myself and for clients. So these are pretty worn and torn, a couple of years old. But once you get your own deck, it'll be looking much nicer. It also comes with its own guidebook that explains how to use the deck, why to use it, and definitions of each card. Very nice, a good, healthy description of each card, possible meanings, things like that. So very in-depth and detailed, very specific to the questions that people ask, which leads into what kind of questions should you ask? Lots of people want to know, what should I do for a career? Especially a high school student who's, I don't know what to go to college for. Well, A, do you have to go to college? Don't get me started on that, guys. But the best questions to ask for this deck aren't necessarily, what should I do for the rest of my life? You want to give it a shorter time frame. So what do I need to look for fulfillment in the next 5 years? Sometimes the life purpose deck doesn't want to address your career, but what to do to get that sense of fulfillment in your life. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, it's not possible to have a job that they love and pays the bills. Sometimes you just have to suffer through working a job, which I have done for several years. Not necessarily my calling, but it's a step on the path to get to where I need to go. And it's hard to hear that, no, you need to stay at that miserable job. But on the bright side, if you start taking a journal and writing, eventually you'll get to the point of having enough material to write your own book. Or maybe take Reiki 1 now and start learning that and building up your practice and your client base. And eventually you'll be able to go to a full-time Reiki Master and not have to work at corporate USA. So sometimes those things are hard to hear, but it will tell you what needs to be said. Again, giving it a certain time frame to work with, 1 month, 5 years, 20 years even, that's kind of pushing it, but the more you can kind of constrain the time, the clearer the reading will be. So next we're going to talk about how to actually use the deck. So once you purchase yours, you get it from a store, online, wherever it is, you'll want to consecrate this deck to be yours. You'll want to fill it with your own energy. And there's instructions in the actual book how to do that, but I'll just run through it real quick with everybody. So basically what it says, during the manufacturing process, there's other energies that get put on the cards. So you just want to clear everything out, and you do that by holding it in your non-dominant hand and knocking on the cards with your dominant hand. And this is going to push all that other energy out the back. So now this deck is completely cleared. And then to put our own energy on, we will touch each individual card, and you can do this by fanning them out, or most people, especially for their first time, will like to sit there and look at each card and say, wow, I really like the artwork on these. They just like to know kind of what's inside of the deck in the first place. So looking at your cards like that. Once that is all done, once you have your energy on every single card, you'll want to hold them up to your chest like so, while touching as many cards as you can, and bless these cards with a prayer. Something such as, Archangel Michael, please protect me as I do these readings, and for others, please make sure that no negative energy can influence the readings. And thank you for blessing me with this wonderful communication with my angels. So consecrating them, just putting your good energy in them, making the space sacred that you're doing the reading. Next step is the reading itself. So Doreen Virtue likes to work with the law of attraction and kind of that magnetism that goes with working with cards. So instead of a traditional tarot reading where you would shuffle and then split the deck and then draw out 3 cards, we actually shuffle the deck and wait for the cards to pop out themselves. This is very cool in several ways. First off, you never know how many cards you're going to get. You could end up with 1 card, or you could end up with 7 or 10 cards. Whatever you need to do your reading and to get the message across, whatever the angels feel that you need to hear. I get clients who get disappointed when only 1 card comes out, but it's not bad. It's not saying that they don't have any purpose in life. It's just going to say you need to focus on this one thing before you move on. This is a very big hurdle that you need to get over. You need to focus all of your energy on here, and any more information would just be a distraction from that goal that you need to achieve at this point. So it's cool when you get a lot of cards, but it's almost more meaningful the less cards that you have. Again, it doesn't say that you don't have a purpose in life. It's just you have an area that you really need to focus on. So the shuffling looks like this. So you kind of split the deck in half, shuffle, and wait for some cards to come out. You can kind of give them a good shake and see if anything sticks up a lot more than the others. You can see, most of these are pretty even. And there's 1 or 2 that may stick out. There's actually 2 sitting here. So then you could put those down on the table by you. And then this is the point where that intuition comes in, that listening to your guides. You'll want to keep shuffling until your guides tell you to stop. So, and that's the point where you may have 1 card, 5 cards, however many they feel that you need to take out. So here, I don't really have any that are standing out to me. Whatever kind of comes as a first grab, that's what you want to do. So for this demonstration, we're going to go with 3 cards. That's all that I could get to pop out. But the next thing you would do, since it's not a tarot reading where it's past, present, and future, where the cards go in a specific order, it might have that timeline. It might be all at one time. The position of each card in the reading doesn't really matter. The other question that a lot of people wonder is, should I read reversed cards? Some people who do tarot read reversed cards as a negative connotation of that card. It is possible with this life purpose deck if you put that intention into your cards, if that's what you want to do. So a reversed card, for example, career change, if that is reversed, that would then tell you, whatever you do, do not change your career. But for the average person who does readings, especially with oracle cards, we don't want to read reversals. We want to put that intention of, just give me the cards that I need for the message. Don't reverse any of them for a negative meaning. It really kind of muddles things up and could confuse people, especially if you're doing a reading for somebody else. So personally, I prefer to not read reversals on oracle decks. I just want the cards to give me the information that I need to get to the client or to myself. So that is the gist of this Life Purpose Oracle deck. If you have any comments you want to put, write that down there and we'll answer any kind of questions that you have. Sara and I also do these readings via email, so if you're interested in getting your own reading from Sara or I, you can hit up our websites, amberandamethyst.com and spiritualtides.com. Get your reading there, and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more of what we do. Thanks.